morning, grade friends. Ms. Jersky here, ready to go over day 8 of your ELA and math packet with you today. So let's jump right in with that morning work. And remember, this is the same packet that we've been using all week and we'll continue to use for the rest of the week. So let's get started with the language side. Remember, those homophones, again, are words that sound alike, and in this case are all three spelled differently and have totally different meanings. It's a little confusing with this one today. There, and there. Car is dirty. Oh, goodness. So the first spelling of there, T-H-E-I-R, is when we're referring to something belonging to someone. Like if a class is playing outside with a ball, you could say, that is their ball, or that is their classroom. It's something that belongs to a group of people. There as in people, ownership, or possession. The second spelling of there, T-H-E-R-E, is a place. Did you see the deer over there? I would like to eat there. There as in a place. And then finally, our contraction there with an apostrophe would be they are. They're running late. They are running late. They are over there. That's confusing. They are over there. So let's see which one fits. The predicate of our sentence is car is dirty. So their car is dirty. There as in people, there as in a place, or they are car is dirty. Well, I can read that to myself. They are car is dirty, and that doesn't quite make sense. So there as in people, or there as in a place. Now a car usually belongs to people. So for this one today, it's going to be T-H-E-I-R, homophone. All right, distance in this sentence says, from a distance, the mountains looked small. Now, distance is a word we're really all used to. I'm distance teaching you right now. You are distance learning. You're learning from your house while I'm here teaching this lesson. We have a distance or space between us. So, from a distance, the mountains look small. Now, what do we know about mountains? Mountains really are not very small. They're very big, large, ginormous creations. So, in order for them to look small, I have to have a good distance or be pretty far away from them. So, from a distance would mean that I am far away from them. Standing still and close to home don't really make sense on that one. All right, ninjas. You ready to slash some contractions? All right, let's start with the first one. It's 3, 2, 1, hi-ya! It's going to rain today. It is. Okay, next one. Ooh, this is a tricky one. 3, 2, 1, hi-ya! It won't rain today. It will not. That's a tricky one because whoa is not a word. Not like that. Now, ready? 3, 2, 1, hi-ya! You've got to get out of bed. You have got to get out of bed. All right, now let's choose our possessive pronouns. Remember, those are pronouns that take the place of a noun that show ownership. We're replacing possessive nouns with possessive pronouns. So the dog hurt one of its paws. This is kind of a homophone review too, isn't it? So this its is the contraction its, which would be it is. The dog hurt one of it is paws. It doesn't sound right to me. The dog hurt one of its paws belonging to him. Or the dog hurt one of, I think that's supposed to be its, but spelled with the es is not correct. So the correct one would be B. All right, let's look at our paintbrush here. Whoever lined this up did a wonderful job starting at the 0. And they go all the way to the tip. And we get 8 cm. Don't forget to put the abbreviation or write out centimeters for your unit of measurement. All right, adding up 4 numbers. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to add these 2 numbers together, then these 2 numbers together, and then add those sums up. So let me start with 14 plus 20. Whoopsies. Would help if I wrote it correctly, wouldn't it? 14 plus 23. All right, and I always start with my ones. 4 plus 3 is 7. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 37 is my sum for the first 2 numbers. Now let's go to the next 2. I've got 41 plus 19. 1 plus 9 gives me 10, which of course I can't write in my ones place because it's greater than 10. 10 or more. So 0 goes here. I'm going to regroup my 1 from the 10. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So I get 60 and 37. So now I'm going to just add those two together. And you might have done this another way, and as long as we get the same answer, cool with me. 7 plus 0 is 7, and 3 plus 6 is 9. So 97 is the sum of all 4 of those numbers. All right, some math word problems. Y'all know how much I love these. Lee caught 14 fish one morning. Later the same day, she caught 14, keyword, more fish. How many fish did Lee catch in all? We saw those keywords in all yesterday in our math sheet when we were doing those word problems. So keywords more, she's adding to what she already caught. In all, we know means we're going to add them up. So 14 plus 14, that's a lot of fish. 4 plus 4 gives me 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. So she caught 28 fish in all. It's a pretty good day, isn't it? All right, so let's add these up. 11 plus 9 gives me 20. 12 plus 7 gives me 19. And 10 plus 10, 20. Okay? Give you a second to get that down, and then we're going to flip to our writing sheet. All right. So you were given a writing prompt today. Same format as the one we did last week if you were a leprechaun, but you were given a different choice to write about today. So today you were asked to write about 3 things in your room that you could get rid of during spring cleaning. Who would you give it to? So spring cleaning is when a lot of people are at home for like spring break and stuff, and they find that they need to get rid of all their need to get rid of all the winter, cold, fall, cold stuff in their house and get ready for warmer things that are going to come. Just a time of year when people like to do a lot of cleaning. I don't know. It's not really my thing, but a lot of people like to do that. So think to your room, and I want you to think of 3 things that you could get rid of and who you could give them to. Maybe you can think of someone younger than you that you could give your favorite shirt that doesn't fit anymore. Or maybe you have a lot of extra stuffed animals that you could donate somewhere where people don't have a lot of stuffed animals. Something like that. So don't forget you've got this paragraph checklist and an editing checklist over here to follow. You're going to want to introduce your paragraph with a topic sentence. So for example, you could say, there are many things in my room that I could get rid of during spring cleaning. And then start by saying 1, 2, and 3, what they are and who you give them to. That's going to be your 3 details. So your 3 details here are going to be the items you're getting rid of and who you're going to give them to. Remember, you want to make this really vivid, use a lot of details, like you're painting a picture, or whoever's reading this in their mind could form a picture or make like a movie in their head. I like how someone said that you could form a movie in your head. And then finally, the closing sentence is going to be where you're going to kind of wrap up your topic. So just like in the beginning of the paragraph, you introduce that you're going to be spring cleaning and you're going to be giving away 3 different items. Your closing sentence is the same thing. You're just kind of wrapping up. These are the things that I would clean out during spring cleaning. You're concluding your paragraph. It's like putting a bow on top of a Christmas present. So don't forget to go back and double check also for capitalization. In punctuation, you want to use good 2nd, 3rd grade words. Your spelling should be pretty close. And then make sure it makes sense too. We don't want incomplete sentences that don't make sense. All right, and then the next thing you're going to do for ELA is going to be to hop on Study Island, and you're going to go complete day 8 in your active assignments. Okay, now let's jump to math. All right, so our math sheet today, we've got a bunch of number lines, which we've seen these a lot on morning work before, but real quick, let's add these facts in. 14, 12, and 17. We've got 16, 15, and 20, 18, 11, and 13. Now this sheet we're about to go over is Module 7, Lesson 21. So hopefully by now you've unlocked Lesson 21. We're going to work it together, and then you'll unlock 22 at the end of this today. I know it's a little confusing. All right, so let's look at these number lines. These were a little tricky. I had to think extra hard about these today. And we're going to have to figure out what these letters represent on our number line, and we're going to have to figure out the distance between each line. All right, and we are using all centimeters today. So if we start here at 10 at the front of this number line, and we know that here is 60. Well, first of all, we've got to figure out how much we're counting by on each mark to figure out what A even is. So let's start at 10, and let's start counting by fives. Let's just try counting by fives and see what happens. So we'll go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, that's not 35, so I know I'm not counting by fives. They are nice and did give us good benchmark numbers. So fives didn't work. Let's try tens. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That added up to get me to 60. So I know that each unit has a length of 10. We're counting by 10 centimeters each time. So let's go back and just figure out what A is real quick. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40. So A equals 40. Okay. Next one, we're starting at 25 and going all the way to 45. Well, there's only 3 marks between 25 and 35. And since there's a 5 in the ones place for both of my numbers, well, I guess we technically could still be counting by tens. Let's try fives first because we know there's not a lot of distance between the two. So counting by fives, we've got 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So that added up. So each unit here has a length of 5 centimeters. And let's go back and count by fives again. 25, 30, 35. So B is 35. All right. You've got 2 more here at the bottom. And I'll get to that in just a second. All right. Here we go. Last 2. So here they gave us 25 and 35 in the middle of our number line and are asking us to figure out what C is here, or the first one. So I can see that 25 is here, 35 is here, and there's only 1 in between here. So let's see. I guess this one technically could be, let's see, 25. If we're counting by still 5s and 10s, we know that it can't be 10 because 25 plus 10 more would be 35, but that's over here. It's not the next line. So let's try counting by 5s. If we did 25 plus 5 more is 30. 30 plus 5 more is 35, so that adds up. And if it would be helpful to you to go through and number each of these lines, go for it. So if you did by 5s, it'd be 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That could be like a super hard worker challenge to go through and number all those. And now, all right, so we filled in each unit has a length of 5. We figured we're counting by 5s. And then if I know this one's 25 and I'm counting by 5s, I can go back 5 and C would give me 20. Kind of like puzzles, brain puzzles. All right, last one. This one took me a second to think really hard about. And it already, okay, I'm going to make a confession. I did not read my directions when I was trying to figure this out before, and I learned my lesson. Because all I did was look at this number line and see 55 to D. Well, it could be anything. I could count by 1s. I could count by 5s. I could count by 10s. I could make D whatever I wanted to be. And that's when I saw the directions, and it told me that each mark represents 5, meaning they're counting by 5. So, lesson learned, even teachers sometimes don't follow directions. So, counting by 5s, I've got 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, and D would be 85. Last one on here, they're asking me to find the keyword difference between the 2 endpoints. Endpoints is just where it starts and where it finishes, and we know that that keyword difference means that I'm going to subtract. And we know when we subtract, the bigger number always comes first, which 85 would be that number. So bigger number minus smaller number. Number's the same, 0's the game. 8 minus 5 is 3. So my difference is 30 centimeters for sure. All right, friends, last 2 things. So we just completed lesson 21. So on Zearn, you will complete the work for lesson 21, tire power, all that stuff. And then after you complete lesson 21, you're going to unlock lesson 22. So when you've completed lesson 21, it'll open up that lock button for you and show that you have unlocked lesson 22, which if you join me back here tomorrow, we will go over together. And then finally, hop on that study island, and on your active assignments, you should see Math Day 8. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.